Welcome to the Pharmacy Podcast Show. You're listening to the first and only podcast dedicated to the business of pharmacy. You can find all of our episodes at pharmacypodcast.com.
Hello, this is Kevin Welch. I'm president of Integra, and you're listening to the Pharmacy Podcast.
Hey, welcome to the Pharmacy Podcast Network. I'm your host and founder of the Pharmacy Podcast Network back in 2009 when we started as the Pharmacy Technology Resource Podcast. And the reason being was because that was my sweet spot in my comfort zone, institutional pharmacy technology. So I can't tell you how excited I am today to be interviewing three stars of institutional and pharmacy technology with PrimeCare and Integra PrimeCare, the Qs1 family, Mr. Alan Turfe, Mr. Saul Factor, and the one and only Mr. Kevin Welch. Welcome to the Pharmacy Podcast, gentlemen. So I've known of Integra for quite some time. As a matter of fact, the very first person to describe to me in detail what an API was Mr. Louis Foster. And that was way back in 2004 when Integra had developed the third version of their DocuTrack system. And since then, it's just been a powder keg to the industry as a leader in technology. So like I said, I'm extremely excited that you guys have come to the show to really tell us the state of the nation of the organization and what's taken place. Lots have changed, I think, for the betterment of our industry and institutional pharmacy, long-term care pharmacy. So I'm going to start with the questions with Mr. Alan Turfe. Like I said, big announcements, big changes in the last month. Alan, tell us about those changes.
Well, thank you, Todd. Thank you for having us today. J.M. Smith Corporation is poised for unprecedented growth over the course of the next few years. And it's primarily fueled by our people who serve our customers. Kevin Welch, who's the founder of Integra and now a part of the J.M. Smith Corporation, has also been named as our Chief Technology Officer, and he has been helping us innovate and release new products at a pace that hasn't been seen not only in the company but in the industry. Saul comes to us from a storied career at McKesson and most recently Accord Health, and he's been named the president of QS1. What we've also done is we've created a long-term care center of excellence now that reports up through Kevin Welch, and more than 2/3 of the customers in our long-term care market now use one or more of Integra's products. So we're positioned nicely to serve our customers while continuing to innovate and be one step ahead of the market.
Saul, so kind of expand upon that. Tell our listeners about the relationship between QS1 and Integra.
Thanks, Todd. I think our relationship, the relationship is one of a relationship of a number of relationships we have throughout the J.M. Smith organization. We're all business units of J.M. Smith, and therefore we have interrelationships across the organization. However, with Integra, because QS1 and Integra are both technology companies working in software development, there is a very, very close working relationship, especially within the long-term care space. Also, because our products seamlessly integrate with one another, there is great opportunity to leverage the expertise of a vast number of professionals at both Integra and QS1 to make our long-term care customers' lives better, easier, and more productive.
Kevin, I've been one of your fans since entering the space in institutional technology, pharmacy technology in 2004. And things that you've done, that you've written about, I've listened to you speak at conferences. Tell me about your new role as CTO of the larger organization. Tell me what that means to you.
Sure. Well, thank you for having me on the call. As CTO, I think my primary responsibility is to oversee the development of new technology And as part of that, I want to improve and accelerate our internal processes used to bring this technology to market. But most importantly, I want to make sure that our priorities are always aligned with the needs of our customers.
So, Alan, how do you see the merging of these two organizations and the continuing servicing and customer service and technology delivering to the institutional and long-term care pharmacy space? How does your team make these kinds of decisions? Give us that 30,000-foot view from your position.
Well, our customers are the lifeblood of our company, and what we have done here to kind of capture that essence within our operating model, our operating model at the base is based off of 4 I's, and it starts with I for integrity, I for innovation, I for involvement, and I for intensity. If we build on that operating model, the next layer of it is a relentless focus on 3 voices: voice of the customer, voice of our employees, and voice of our shareholders. Our customers have clearly made it clear to us that they wanted us to combine PrimeCare and Sharp LTC under one leadership in order to serve them better, faster, smarter as we go to market. The next level of that pyramid, if you will, has 2 blocks, which is operational and commercial excellence, and it flows all the way through to the pinnacle, which is a better customer experience and increased value creation for them, and while driving employee enthusiasm, customer enthusiasm, and shareholder enthusiasm. So at J.M. Smith Corporation, Saul, I, Kevin, and our other leaders are tied at the hip with an unrelenting focus on our customers to give them the best-in-class customer experience. And we believe we are very well positioned in long-term care now. As I said, with 2/3 of the customers using LTC, our LTC products, this positions us nicely to serve them with a higher degree of intensity, back to those 4 I's, while continuing to deliver innovation and making sure that our customers have the best products they need to compete in the marketplace.
Saul, Alan earlier mentioned the LTC Center of Excellence. What brought you to the decision to create the Long-Term Care Center of Excellence, and what does that mean to your customers and to the industry?
The idea around a long-term care center of excellence came really from our customers, and our customers asking us for focus in 2 major verticals, the long-term care side as well as the community side. As you can imagine, those 2 businesses operate extremely differently. There are different needs for each of the business. There are very unique needs for long-term care. And so by creating this long-term care center of excellence, we are actually listening to our customers and delivering to them solutions that they are asking for to fill their needs. At the same time, it allows us to internally focus better on our customer and our customer verticals. And it allows us to, as Alan said, create a different level of intensity and a different level of innovation in each one of our customer verticals. So at the core of it, the decision may have been ours to create the Long-Term Care Center of Excellence, but the concept, the idea, and the need came from our customers.
Kevin, you've been with Integra from the very beginning as one of the founders and developers of Integra's incredible game-changing technology, DocuTrack. I've been a fan of yours, like I said, and your team. So tell me about the transition to PrimeCare, from where you were to PrimeCare to Integra, and that transition and what you hope to achieve.
Well, first and foremost, I want to ensure the success of our customers. In order to accomplish this, we're going to, as part of Integra, we need to leverage the existing Qs1 LTC team and our Integra staff who have a wealth of industry knowledge. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, with our focus on the institutional pharmacy marketplace, I want to accelerate the development and deployment of new technologies, and in addition, the enhancement of our current technologies and get them into the hands of our customers. And, as Saul and Alan mentioned, we have a large swath of this industry that is using one or more of our product. And we value the trust placed in us by these customers. And as part of our plans, we want to add additional resources so we can better serve them.
Alan, I think of the leadership position that you're in, and you look for these rock stars out there that need to lead different divisions of the bigger picture in delivering true value, in delivering innovation to the marketplace and to your customers. So tell me, what do you hope to see from these two guys that are helping you to lead this new charge, Saul and Kevin?
When you look at Saul and Kevin and the rest of our management team, we are just that. We are a management team that works together, interoperates together, challenges each other, all in the spirit of serving our customers. Saul focus on the customer is just unrelenting. In his first 8 weeks on the job, he visited well over 100 customers. His customer-centric approach to everything he does is a breath of fresh air. Saul is a pharmacist by training who's worked in every facet of the industry. And when Saul and I first met and he started as a pharmacist, he told me a story of how he used Qs1. He loved it, and that it was an honor for him to be the leader of this team at this point in time, to take us to the next level relative to innovation and helping our independent pharmacies throughout the country become incrementally more profitable, and helping them be the community pharmacy that all our customers want to visit, and just helping the community in general thrive. In collaboration, Saul works very nicely with Kevin because Kevin's wealth of experience in bringing solutions to customers and his background as an innovator is just best in class. He knows how to streamline processes while at the same time he knows a process that he's putting in throughout our company relative to bringing new products to market faster and taking the intelligence that he's hearing from customers and working that into our solutions of the future. So relative, again, to our innovation, intensity, involving each other, working together, and our integrity, I can't think of a better team, and I'm just honored to serve on the same team as Kevin and Saul and the rest of the group we have here at J.M. Smith.
Saul, it's never easy to combine families and merge companies together, because there's always the aspect of what customers may think, what employees may think, and your employees are, of course, direct in line in communication with your customers. So from your perspective, how do you prepare your staff for such a large, intense, sometimes complex transition?
I think that preparing staff is a matter of being open, honest, providing lots of communication and transparency within the process. All of our staff are subject matter experts. They are professionals within their field with multiple years of experience in working with our customers. We made a decision at the very beginning of this transition to allow the employees to be part of the transition planning and to help us as leaders hear the customer and do the best for the customer. And they have embraced that opportunity to be part of the transition team. So each and every employee at QS1, as well as each and every employee at Integra, are part of the overall integration team, leading the integration to its ultimate conclusion. I think that that is the most important thing you can do when you have highly educated, highly skilled people within the organization, is to let them help you lead them through a complex transition such as this. And in my partnership with Kevin, as well as within the partnership of my senior leadership team and Kevin's senior leadership team, we are really happy that our employees are embracing this and are getting ready to move forward with a level of intensity using one of Alan's 4 I's that we would expect from the professionals that they are.
So Kevin, you believe in putting that customer first and your customers first. So how do you help your audience? How do you help your customers stay up to date on this large transition and this meaningful transition?
Well, as a team, we spent a lot of time talking about this, and each of our employees is involved in this process. It's not something that is being externally imposed on them. So they're part of this transition. It's going to take some time. It's going to be incremental, and we want to make sure that it's an improvement for all our customers. As far as the communication piece, you can follow us on LinkedIn or our respective corporate websites for communications. In addition, our customers will get direct communications from us throughout the process.
Kevin, in merging the companies together and becoming one and being able to deliver more to your customers as one entity now, really looking out for what's best in the innovation space. You know, something as simple as West Coast, East Coast could become a challenge. So what about your companies on opposite coasts? I assume you will be traveling a lot more than you are now, right?
Well, that's I did travel a lot before, but yes, it's probably picked up a little bit. At the same time, having organizations on both coasts gives us an advantage because we have customers in all time zones across the United States, so it should enable us to service them better. But I'm in the offices on both coasts quite a bit, and in addition, J.M. Smith has made a lot of technology investments that enable us to communicate with each other. For example, very high-resolution video conferencing. And we also use that with our customers. It enables us to stay in touch with them regardless of where they are or what time of day it is.
Alan, in wrapping up the interview, and like I said at the very beginning, how exciting this is for me, someone who's really watched the transition of technology and the transition of where Integra started and where they are today. And then the merging of this with the leaders of QS1 and what that's going to deliver to the marketplace is just incredible. So in ending and in wrapping up, what do you say to your customer, or what do you say to your prospect that's listening to this interview and really wondering what this new entity is going to deliver to the marketplace?
Well, I would encourage all our prospective customers to please visit our website to learn more about our product offerings and service offerings, and to invite Kevin, Saul, and myself. We are available, and our respective and our team, to come and visit with them and show them how our solutions will take them to a higher level of efficiency and effectiveness while they're serving their customer bases, and hopefully make them incrementally more profitable.
Well, Alan, Saul, Kevin, I want to thank you for being on the Pharmacy Podcast Network. As I said, big fan of technology and how it impacts our institutional pharmacies operations. More importantly, how it's touching patients to allow our pharmacists to be more hands-on, and what that's going to do for efficiency, what that's going to do for being able to push that revenue back into the companies, back into these long-term care, institutional, community, specialty pharmacies, and what you guys are doing. We will be looking. I hope to have your teams back on the Pharmacy Podcast Network to share more with us. But I just wanted to give you a heartfelt thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. We sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you, Todd.
We were on with Alan Turfe, Saul Factor, and Kevin Welch with PrimeCare to Integra PrimeCare. And we thank you so much for listening to the Pharmacy Podcast.